What's going on, guys? Welcome to Inside the Horseshoe. My name is Matt, and the Indianapolis Colts get a win against the Denver Broncos. 29-28 is your final score. I'm going to share my thoughts in just a second. Before I do, though, if you're new, if you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click that subscribe button. Also, click the bell icon. That way you're notified when I upload a video or when I go live. If you liked the video, smack that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. And if you have a Twitter, make sure you follow me on Twitter at horseshoe_pod. There is a link in the description down below. Big win for the Colts today. Big win. They're 2-0 for the first time since 2006, which, in case you guys forgot, that's when the Colts won the Super Bowl, was the 2006 season. So first time that they're 2-0 since that point. That's a lie. Actually, that is a lie. I'm sorry. They went to the Super Bowl. They lost to the Saints that year. It wasn't since they won the Super Bowl because, remember, the Colts were undefeated. They rested their players, lost the final two games, and then, of course, lost in the Super Bowl. But they get the win. It's the first time in a long time since being 2-0. They're first in the AFC South because Jacksonville did lose to Cincinnati as well. And look, man, there's a lot to like in this game, but there are some things I wasn't too big on. I'll share those in just a second. We're going to start offensively for the positives. Daniel Jones, got to give him credit. You know, when he was announced as a starter, I wasn't thrilled. I thought at best he would be okay. But he's been playing really good football for us, you know, being really efficient, not turning the ball over. That's what you want to see today. 23 of 34, 316 yards passing and one touchdown. I would like to see that go up to 2 or 3, but hey, that's fine because he also got a rushing touchdown today, which is good. And look, I'm not going to sit here and say Daniel Jones is the future. I'm not going to say that because I've seen multiple quarterbacks play for this team look really good to start the year, but then at some point they just don't play as well. You know, like remember Carson Wentz, like beginning of the season looked really good. Numbers went down in the second half of the season, you know, but they were still winning games. And of course you get to the final couple games. They lose those games. He's struggling, doesn't look good. Jacoby Brissett, prior to injury, looked really good for this team as well. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait before I sit here and say Daniel Jones is the future for this team. But right now, he's looking really, really good and really efficient, and that's what I want to see. 316 passing yards, love it. He's throwing the ball deep down the field, too. He's not checking it down. He's not throwing 5-yard passes. No, he's taking 40-yard pass attempts. Very, very happy with what I've seen from Daniel Jones. Please keep it up. Please keep it up. Next, Jonathan Taylor. You know, last year obviously had that fumble right before he crossed the end zone. That honestly could have costed us the game. So I was really hoping that Jonathan Taylor would go out there and he would have a redemption game and he would look really good. And that is exactly what he looked like. Jonathan Taylor, 25 carries, 165 yards rushing, had 50 receiving yards with a touchdown. Very good game. Over 200 yards for Jonathan Taylor. You love to see that. That's what you want to see from Jonathan Taylor. But the receivers in general, our pass catchers played really good as well. Alec Pierce had a very good game. Had a 44-yard catch. It was that bomb. And it was a penalty too, so he might have gotten more if, you know, the defender didn't grab him and whatnot and didn't, mess with him. Really nice game, 4 catches, 68 yards. Tyler Warren again, great game, 4 catches, 79 yards, had a 41-yard reception. Love it. Love what I saw there. Love seeing Josh Downs get more involved, 6 catches, 51 yards. Michael Pittman, 4 catches, 40 yards. A.D. Mitchell, 2 catches, 20 yards. You love to see it. You love to see it. And defensively, I'll get to some of my concerns in a little bit, but Nick Cross has been really good for this team. Nick Cross looked really good for us, had some big hits in this game. Had that big hit on Tua last week. Really happy with what I saw from him. Grover Stewart, played really well. Offensive line, I'm going to get back to the offense real quick before I get into the things I wasn't as big on. Offensive line was really good today. They played really good. Yeah, Bernard Ryman had those back-to-back holding calls. Yeah, not good, needs to change. But 1 sack allowed, very good. Like, this offensive line is looking better than what I thought it was going to be. And I thought it was going to be all right. You know, I didn't think it was going to be bad or anything. However, it's looking good. And I'm very happy. So when you have an offensive line that looks really good, when your run game is capable of playing really good football like today, when you have receivers that can get open and can catch the football and get some separation and make some plays after the catch, and then you have a quarterback that can get them the football, that's a recipe for a really good offense. Moving on to the defense, again, one more time, Nick Cross, Grover Stewart, I thought looked really good. And then DeForest Buckner, I thought played pretty well as well. And Joe Bacci, I thought our linebacker play was good today. Not a lot of missed tackles that I noticed anyway. So I was happy with that. Let's get into the negatives. Offensively, there really isn't much to be negative about. My only negative with this offense is when we get into the red zone, more often than not, we can't punch it in. We can't get it into the end zone. Now, when you're at like the 2-yard line inside the 5, they do pretty well at that point. But when you're at the 10, 9 to 6-yard line range, they can't get it in the end zone. I don't know why. They got to change that. They got to get into the end zone. They got to punch that thing in. If they can do that, I think this offense could be really, really good. But right now, it's good. It's quite good. But really, my only issue with this offense is the fact that we're just not getting touchdowns in the red zone. We're getting more often than not field goals. So that's really my main concern when it comes to this offense in general, because if I'm not mistaken, and I could be wrong, but that big Jonathan Taylor run, that was like a 40-something yard run. I can't remember. 68. I think it was a 68-yard run, actually. He got to like the 11-yard line, and we couldn't get in the end zone. Had to kick a field goal. That's something I want to see changed. And then one last thing, speaking of field goals, Spencer Schrader, really good day. Went 5 for 5 today. Almost had a missed field goal, but there was a penalty. He was able to kick a 45-yarder to win the game. So it is what it is. And that partially made me forgive the refs for almost screwing this team and putting us in a position where we lost the game. Negatives. Going back to negatives again. Defensively. Got to do a better job against the run. Got to do a better job stopping the run. J.K. Dobbins had a 23-yard run in this game. Can't allow that to happen. Bo Nix, 18-yard run. Can't let a quarterback do that. And I get it. In that situation, he was going to get some yards. But still, you can't let these running backs get going, because J.K. Dobbins had a good day today. 14 carries for 76 yards. Don't want to see that. You got to do a much better job against the run. Also, there were some screen passes, only a couple in this game, but there was one. It was like, 3rd and 18 or something? I could be wrong on that. But it was like 3rd and 18. And it's like they're basically throwing a screen pass to kind of see what they can get and kind of go from there. And they're able to get a first down. You can't be doing that. And I'm surprised they didn't run more screens. I'm really surprised. And hopefully we get that fixed, because there are some teams that will take advantage of that. Atlanta will go and do screens with Bijan Robinson. So hopefully that gets fixed. And if they can get that fixed, I'll feel much better. Got to do a better job against the run game. Xavier Howard was awful today. Xavier Howard was not good. And this game kind of showed us why he was not playing for over a year. Because he did not look good. He was getting burnt, and it was pretty bad. And yeah, there were pass interference calls on him. However, I think those pass interference calls were a bunch of baloney. Like, there's that one that was in the end zone where the ball was like uncatchable and it was going to the sweeps or whatever. Like, they weren't going to catch it. It went to the back of the end zone. Like, you had to be Mr. Fantastic to be able to catch that. So, but yeah, in general, I thought he played pretty bad today, if I had to say. Our receivers need to do a better job sticking on the receivers because there was the one play, Bo Nix was getting pressure. He kind of ran around and was able to hit, was it Troy Franklin? Hit him for a big play. That ended up getting him a first down, continuing the drive. Can't be doing that, man. I mean, the defense stepped up when they needed to. Cam Bynum got that big interception in the fourth quarter. If he doesn't get that and Denver scores, the game's over. So he made a game-saving interception. Love to see that, but got to do a better job when it comes to staying on the receivers. Got to do a better job. You can't just eventually go away. You got to stay with them the whole time until the play is done. Because if we're having a difficult time getting after the quarterback, it's just going to be terrible. Because we had no sacks today. So you got to stay on your man if you're the secondary. Corners, safety, linebacker, whoever it is, stay on your man. Can't let them get open for 1 second because Bo Nix is the type of quarterback that will take advantage of that. And we're going to be playing other quarterbacks that will take advantage of that. Justin Herbert is a guy that's going to take advantage of that. Patrick Mahomes, Michael Penix, guys will take advantage if they can create separation, extend a play, and a receiver just starts to get some separation. So can't be doing that. Got to stay on those guys, stay on them the whole time. Got to cover them like a blanket. But really, those are my biggest issues when it came to the team. I didn't have a whole lot of negatives today. It was just mostly on the defense, but I still thought the defense played well. I mean, you held them to 28 points. You made plays when it mattered. I'm not upset with how our defense played today. I'm not. It's just there are some things that need to be fixed. And Charvarius Ward, please come back. I hope he's ready for our next game. If not, he'll definitely be back for the Rams game. But we miss him. And Jalen Jones, we miss you too. Hopefully we at least get Ward back for next week. But yeah, and then real quick before we end the video, I know a big talking point is going to be the leverage call at the end of the game. I know a lot of people are going to talk about that and be like, hey, that was a phantom call. And to that I say, no, you can't jump over the receiver. That's something you can't do. You are not allowed to jump over the guy. But also, there were a bunch of missed pass interference calls and a bunch of crap pass interference calls on our defense. So it's even. But yeah, overall, Colts get a win, 29-28. They're 2-0 so far on the season. Love to hear that. That's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Matt, Bleed Blue. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you like it, make sure you watch one of these other 2 videos. They're cool. Also, if you're new, please click the subscribe button as well as the bell icon. I greatly appreciate your support.